Hey guys, this is Gary, and welcome back to another episode. I am so excited to be here. I'm a VIP affiliate with Karatbars International, and I am here to share with you my four keys to success. Yes, my four keys to success. We are at the top of the year in 2020. Yes, it is year 2020. That is unbelievable. 2020, we are here. And before we move forward in 2020, I want to just take a little step back, in 2019 and just share, a little bit of my experience with Karatbars because I've only been in Karatbars for about 6 months now. People say 6 months? You sound like you've been in it for years. But no, I haven't been in Karatbars for years. I've only been in Karatbars for 6 months. And I would like to say I have good success. Well, I personally sponsored 32 people so far in Karatbars personally, not talk about my whole team, but personally sponsored 32 people with my 6 months time frame here in Karatbars. And it's said that in network marketing, even though Karatbars is not a network marketing opportunity, it has an affiliate program that's similar, but I'll explain the difference. They say in network marketing, the average person can sponsor 2 to 3 people in their business. Well, if I do the math, I sponsored 32 in 6 months. That's about 5 people each month, over a 6 month time frame. So that far exceeds the statistics. And that probably happened because one or two reasons. Either because I'm really good at what I do, or because Karatbars is a phenomenal opportunity. I say it's probably either one or both. But I'm here to share with you what it is that I do to have success with Karatbars. And believe it or not, to me, it's good success, but it's not really, by far what it is that I'm looking to do. I actually, in 2020, in New Year's, we always talk about New Year's resolutions, setting goals. Well, it's 2020, and my goal is to help 100 new people, in Karatbars to learn about Karatbars, grow with Karatbars, and start saving with Karatbars to change their legacy of their family. I want to help 100 new people. So if you are learning about Karatbars for the first time and you don't have a sponsor, you like to get registered, by all means, you'll get in contact with me. My information is below. But if someone else shared this video with you and shared this opportunity and told you about Karatbars, get back in touch with that person and get more information and get signed up with them. Well, here in Karatbars, I would like to put in an extra 100 people this year of 2020. So by 2021, I would like to be able to announce that I have personally sponsored 132 people into the business. My ultimate goal is 300 people. You say, why 300? Well, I'm not sure if it was John Paul Getty, but someone said, I would rather get paid 1% off 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. So I figured if I personally help at least 300 people personally, maybe 200 of them won't do anything, in the business and be active. Now that may not be accurate. I'm just guesstimating, but 100 of them probably will, and that'll be my 100 where one I would earn 1% off 100 people's effort than 100% of my own. Now, Karatbars by far compensates you more than 1% per person, but that's just a little game that I play with myself. So I like to help 100 new people, and that may very well be you. We'll see if you got what it takes, because Karatbars is not for everybody. I'm not looking for everybody, and if you are already a part of Karatbars, you should not be looking for everybody either, because everybody doesn't qualify to work with you. And that's where I want to start. My first key to success is knowing that you need to come from a position of posture. You need to come from a position of power and authority, when you're doing your business. I want to share the four keys, and I want you to start to memorize them, to practice them. Have fun with it, you guys. Don't be so serious and uptight. This is a marathon, not a sprint. You don't want to get long winded, which is why I took the approach of being a student first of my craft. You want to learn your craft. Yes, some people get out the gate and hit it real hard. Not everybody does that, but I want to win the race. I want to continue to maintain my steady growth into momentum. I don't want to get winded and get discouraged, because if I get to start off real fast, and if I get some no's and people say they're not interested and think I'm crazy, then I get discouraged. But if I take the time out and learn my craft and read and understand, what's going on, I can now have conviction for myself and speak intelligently and fluently about my business, because I know about my business. So my approach is to become a student first, become a teacher second, make some money third, get rich fourth, and become wealthy fifth. So that's my approach: student, teacher, make money, get rich, get wealthy. But let me get back to my 4 keys to success. Key number 1 is, what you must do is you must pique a person's interest. Let's go over that. Let's see if my marker is going to work for us, guys. Okay. We're going to pique interest. Probably going to use a different marker, but we're going to pique interest, guys. Now, some people say go out there and get as many no's as you possibly can. Well, I don't look at it that way. No's are discouraging, and if you look for no's, you're going to very well get them. So I like to say, you need to go out there from a position of posture. You need to go and talk to people as if you're a headhunter, like you're trying to recruit, or you're looking to get all-stars on a football team or a basketball team, or what have you. Or in my field, come from a background of real estate and construction, so I look at it as if I'm going out there to do an inspection on a job. And if I'm going to do an inspection on a job, like if a plumber or electrician did some work, I'm going to go there to see if their work is up to code. So I go with my pad and my pen, and I'm going out there to see, okay, well, do they got their electrical boxes on the wall, displaced in the right spaces? Do the plumber has his plumbing pipes sloped properly? If the answer is no, disqualified. He doesn't meet code requirements. Is disqualified. He need to try again. Show himself approved as a professional. So he's disqualified because his work doesn't meet code. It doesn't matter how many hours he put in. It doesn't matter if he missed his daughter's birthday to finish the job. None of that doesn't matter. What matters is if he met the code in order to qualify. You got to look at it the same way if you were doing your business and you're going out there to find out if a person qualifies. And what I mean by that is, they must answer yes to your questions. It doesn't matter if they are tall. It doesn't matter if they're short. It doesn't matter if they have jeans on or if they have a business suit on. It doesn't matter what their race or ethnicity or gender is, or if you think that they will be great at the opportunity. That don't matter. All that matters is that they say yes to your questions. If they say yes, that moves them forward along the process. Remember that. Yes is all that matters. Not what they look like, not where they come from, not what their background is. They got to be a person that says yes to your 4 questions. And you're looking for a 3 to 4 star person. I'll go over that. That's my little game I like to play. Okay. Pique interest. What is pique interest? You're asking them a question to see if their interest is in your opportunity. If their interest is into your opportunity and they're the type of person you're looking for, they will qualify. Okay, what's a pique interest question? Be a question like, do you keep your income options open? Do you keep your business options open? Are you looking for additional ways to make money? Do you look for more ways to make money? That's one of my favorites. Do you look for more ways to make money? That's a simple question. If it's a person that you don't know, you might want to just start a conversation, say, what do you do? That's always a good thing. What do you do? People always like to talk about themselves. So you say, hey, what do you do? And somehow, some way, put that out there. And that leads up to your follow-up pique interest question. Do you look for ways to make more money? Now, I would like to emphasize that you practice this, guys. Have fun with it. Be in the mirror, like you walking with a gun. Look for ways to make more money. Come out the camera. Do you look for ways to make more money? Get used to saying it. Do you look for more ways to make more money? Have fun with it, guys. It's not, you don't have to be scared. You have the opportunity, you have the goods. Don't give them the power as if you got to be afraid to talk to them. They need what you have. You got what they need. You're trying to qualify and see if they are worthy of your opportunity. Come from a position of power. Or is this the type of person that you would like to work with? Is this the type of person that you would like to help? Are they worthy of your opportunity? Do you look for ways to make more money? If the answer is no, disqualified. They're disqualified. If they're not looking for ways to make more money, they're disqualified. Understand that. There's nothing else to say. If the answer is yes, great. They get 1 star. And they move over to step 2. And step 2 is what I like to say is pass. And what you're passing is you're passing information. So you peak to pass. So you pique their interest. If they say yes, that they're looking for ways to make more money, you pass some information. When people say yes to me, what I do is I pull out my cell phone. I say, do you look for ways to make more money? They say yes. I pull out my cell phone and say, great, let me text you over this information about this program real quick. What's the best number to text it to? And what I did was I did a couple things. I assumed the close, and I also assumed that they would be willing to give me their phone number without them realizing it. So if they want the information, they got to give me their phone number so I could text it to them. Now, some of you might say, well, what if they don't want to give me their cell phone number? Then next best thing you could do is get the email address. A lot of people, I don't know what the numbers is. Some people check email, some people don't. But I know the most effective thing is a text, because people check their text messages all the time. So what I want to do is send them information, about the program. And I say it's a program about making more money. So then they'll give me their information, their phone number, and I'll text it to them. And I might say, yo, what's your name again? And I'll know what their name is, put their name in with their number. So that's how I'll get their information. Now, what I like to say, if you would like to know what video I send to my prospects, by all means, I share extra information on my Garage Full of Gold Facebook business page. So on Facebook, go to Garage Full of Gold. So that's fb.me/Garage Full of Gold. Or you could just search Garage Full of Gold on Facebook, and you'll come to our Facebook group page, which I have extra special information for those who, like our page and be a part of our group. So once I share the video with the prospect, I send it over to them. I then say, would it be okay to follow up with you? And then maybe I'll pick up somewhere between 5 to 7 hours from now to follow up, a time frame from 5 to 7 hours. And I'll shoot that time, say, hey, would it be okay to follow up with you at 5:30, today? Maybe that time is good, maybe it's not. If it's good, great. If it's not, then say, okay, well, how about same time tomorrow? Or what's a good time? Let me see in my schedule, what's a good time? And you always want to talk about schedules, meetings, and appointments. Those are like 3 words I always like to use because it's professional and it keeps everything clean and respectful. So you want to be respectful with their time, and you want them to be respectful with your time. So you're like setting an appointment. So what's a good time to follow up with you so we could talk about the program? And y'all will arrange a time, and that's great. Now, you went from piquing their interest to passing them some third-party information. Third-party information means something outside of you two that involves the company or the business and information. After you pass them the information, I highly, highly recommend, guys, that you be on time with follow-up. You set the appointment in your calendar, you wrote it down, you put in your text message, you put in your alerts or your alarm or whatever it is you do to remind yourself. Follow up with the person at that time. Hands down, is fortune in the follow-up. You can't expect for the person to call you on their own. It's your business. You maintain the momentum and the direction of your business. It's fortune in the follow-up. This is where your money gets made, in this conversation. So be on time and call John at 5:30. Now, one or two things could happen. Either John could answer the phone or not answer the phone. So let's go with John not answer the phone. If John doesn't answer the phone, leave a detailed message. Don't get upset. Don't think John is playing games. Leave a detailed message. You can't assume anything at this point. Just leave John a message, something like, "Hey John, this is Gary. I was calling to see if you had a chance to watch the video. We had an appointment at 5:30. Give me a call back at your earliest convenience." That's all you can do. Now, what I want you to understand is you were on time, John wasn't. We don't know what happened with John. We can't assume anything. Could have been really, honestly, some emergency happened. You would think, what a coincidence. But John could have also forgot to call you at 5:30, but John could have watched the video. We don't know yet. So if John don't call you back, disqualified, right? Disqualified. If John doesn't call you back, he's disqualified. He doesn't meet the requirements for what you're looking for. He's only a 2-star person. He's only a 2-star person. So you're looking for 3 5-star people. Now, actually, he's really just a 1-star person because the past information isn't really a star. Now, what happens is if John do call you back, ask him these 2 questions. Now, I hope you guys are taking copious notes. Write this stuff down. Peak interest, past the information, follow up. Now, the 2 key questions you must ask John when you call him and he answers the phone, or if he call you back and he give you a valid reason why he missed his appointment time. Again, this is an appointment. You got to take it serious. He missed his appointment time. This is appointment time. This ain't no y'all friends hanging out and not respectful of each other time. This is an appointment time, a meeting that he should have made. Okay, let's assume that John answered the phone when you called, when you followed up with him. You ask John these 2 questions. "Hey John, this is Gary. Hey Gary, how's it going?" "Great, great." "John, real quick, I just have to ask you, did you watch the video?" Wait for the answer. If John say yes, great. "John, do you see an opportunity for yourself?" That's your second question. Do you see an opportunity for yourself? So, did you watch the video? Do you see an opportunity for yourself? And therefore, if he said yes, that's his 2nd star. When you follow up, if John said yes, he watched the video and he's seen an opportunity for himself, that's 2 stars. Now, if he said yes to both questions, you assume the close. What I mean by that is you want to say, "Great, let me get you registered for free." So you jump start over here and you go to get John registered. Now, John may have some questions or he may not have. He may say, "Okay, great, so what I got to do?" And you give him your referral link so that he can get registered for a free gold savings account. Excuse me. Get him registered for a free gold savings account. Now, basically, if you're not familiar with Karatbars, you're watching this for the first time, you don't know what to do, you need a sponsor. Get back to your sponsor, or if you need a sponsor, I can help you with that. You look at my information below. But get John registered. Now, if John, excuse me guys, my nose might be running. If John have questions, then you kind of go over here where you want to do a three-way call. To your sponsor. You want to do a three-way call to your sponsor. Now, when you do a three-way call to your sponsor, you want to make sure you edify your sponsor. Let me role play to help you out. Now, before I role play it, what I want to do is also say you can, depending on your relationship with your sponsor, you know, if your sponsor do text messages, if your sponsor do phone calls, if your sponsor is busy on these days or whatever, get to know your sponsor. But you can give your sponsor a heads up, maybe an hour before or 30 minutes before, and say, hey, sponsor, I have an appointment with John at 5:30. I just want to give you a heads up and see if you could be available at a time for me to do a three-way if need be. You know, put your sponsor on alert. They probably want to get into a nice quiet area, or if they're not going to be available, they can let you know. You can, if they are not going to be available, you could try someone else, a sideline partner, or ask your sponsor is someone else who might could help you, to talk to John if need be. John may or may not need talking to. He may want to just register and he's good to go. But if he does have questions, try to not be the one to answer his questions unless you're seasoned, you've been in the business for a while, you're well versed. But primarily, you want to introduce them to your sponsor because that's another touch point. All of these are touch points where it gets John more of the warm and fuzzy feeling and involved in Karatbars. It's just like when you go to the store and you see some items you don't buy every day in the store, or if a new store come out, you probably got to go there sometimes. Or you see advertisements on the billboard, you might got to see it sometimes for a register. You start to pay attention to it, and then you go to the store. Same thing here. You need a couple of touch points. John don't know you. He meets you for the first time. So now you give him a third-party information, with a link of a website or a video or a business card or brochure that he can view information. You follow back with him. That's another touch point. Now you're introducing him to your sponsor, another person, that you can talk to. So it's like, okay, he's getting more warmed up. And when you notify your sponsor, let your sponsor know what time that you have your appointment. Now, after that, if John have questions, you'll tell John, hold on for 1 minute, John, hold on for 1 minute. Don't tell him that you're about to call your upline sponsor because your upline sponsor may or may not be available, but just say, hold on for 1 minute. I need to put you on hold for 1 second. You're like, okay. You call your upline sponsor, hey, upline sponsor, I have John on the phone. And two things will be awesome for your sponsor to hear. John has watched the video and John sees an opportunity for himself. That's music to your sponsor ear. That means that you did your job. Now your sponsor going to do their job, which is close them. John, your sponsor is going to answer John's questions, but this is what you do. You get back on the phone with John. You say, hey, John, oh, you said you had questions, right? He's like, yeah. Well, I got in touch with one of the, you could say, leaders of the company. You could say one of the program directors. You could say my upline sponsor. You could say one of my business partners. Just some type of position of authority and credibility and worthiness. That John will look up to this person as an expert in the field of answering his questions, to say the least. So you want to edify your upline sponsor, like, hey, John, I took the liberty and I got in contact with one of the program directors or one of the leaders in the company, Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so. They love helping people and sharing this opportunity with people. If anybody could answer your questions by far, it would be Mr. or Mrs. So-and-so. And they got the heart the size of Africa or something. Make it sound really, really good. And you don't have to be long, but just edify your sponsor or the other person on the phone. It could be, one of your sideline partners. John don't have to know, as long as it's somebody that's not you. Then from there, you let your upline sponsor know that John took a look at the video and he said he's seen an opportunity for himself, but he just has some questions. So John, this is so and so. My sponsor, lead program director, or what have you, and lead program director. This is John. And then you do two things. You hit that mute button, and then you start getting together your registration link to send it to John via text. Your sponsor is going to communicate with John, get all John questions answered. You don't need to interject or help your sponsor out. Your sponsor knows what he or she is doing. They're going to talk to John and answer their questions. John going to get his questions answered and feel better, and then your sponsor going to turn John back over to you to get signed up for their free, gold savings account. You already have that ready. So once your sponsor say that John, Gary, or Susan is going to help you with that, and I'm going to turn you back over to them, you thank your sponsor for taking time out their busy schedule to hop on this call to answer John's questions, and you close them out, and you let John know that you're going to send them over a link, or that you already just sent the link over to them, and we're going to walk through this together so I can get you set up. It's always good to offer to walk through it with them, because they may not feel confident in some cases, but in some cases some people say, well, I'll click on it and I'll get it filled out and I'll get back to you. And if that's the case, just let them know, okay, well, all I will need from you once you get it all set is I'll need your username. That's your way of confirming. But you will receive an email once John do register. You'll receive an email to your account, because John going to be filling up and you're filling out the form, and your information already going to be pre-populated and he can't erase it. And you're going to get information sent to your email letting you know that John just got his free gold savings account registered. So you'll have that information. But if John wants to do it himself, just say, what time could I get back in touch with you so I can move you to the next steps as you get registered. You always want to set the next date, to set the next appointment to keep moving forward. So either you're going to help John directly, right after the phone call, or John going to go ahead and want to register in due time that's good for him. Maybe he only had enough time for that conversation, but he had to do something else thereafter, and he had to get back to registering another time. That's great, but set the next appointment to follow up with John after he get registered. Now, after he get registered, I give John an extra star for registering, but then we go to my fourth key. Peak interest, past information, follow up, and my fourth key is set goals. So if John got 3 stars, he's registered. He's 3 stars, so that's good. Now you want to set goals. When you set goals, this is after you get John registered and you want to know why did he just sign up with Karatbars. You basically, want to know, do he want to just save gold, or do you want to save gold and earn income? And that's what you'll ask John. John, when you're getting started with Karatbars, are you getting started with Karatbars just to save gold, or to save gold and to earn income? So John have the option of saying just to save gold. If he say just to save gold, then you say great. You get him to get his KYC documents uploaded. Again, if you're not familiar with Karatbars, that will be explained to you. And then you show John how to save gold. Preferably, I recommend getting him set up for auto exchange, where he will automatically start saving gold the amount that he set of his choice, but show him the difference. He could do a set quantity amount, or a set purchase of a like classic gold card or something, that he wants to save, different grams of gold on a monthly basis, or a bi-weekly basis, or a weekly basis. And you want to know what is John goals. Now, if he wants to earn an income, then ask him, do you want to earn income from the free position, on a monthly basis, or do he want to earn on a weekly and monthly basis by acquiring a business package? If he would like to earn, you know, from a monthly basis only, then again, get him set up, with his KYC documents and show him how to save gold, on a monthly basis. If he would like to earn income on a monthly and a weekly basis, showed him how to upload his KYC documents and get a business package so that and show him how to save gold as well so he can earn on a monthly, weekly, bi-weekly basis as well. So I like to walk my prospects through those different phases together. It actually they now, then talk to you so many times. They met with other people as well. They've been to websites, seen videos. So now they are more, in tune and a little bit more educated on what's going on. Now, John may ask the question of what package is the best package to get. Well, I like to say the best package is the best package for you. I like to go through a couple of different options and share what's in the different packages and let John choose himself. Another question you could ask John is, well, what's the most you can afford? That should be the highest package you could afford is the better package for you because it comes with more things in them that's even better for you. But it really doesn't matter for the most part, guys. If John wants to earn on a monthly and weekly basis, any package will do. But the bigger the package, the better the bang for his buck. We already knew that. So don't get caught up on what package John chooses that's best for John, but know that John chooses the package. You ask John what's best for him. You never decide for John. It's his choice. So he set goals, saving gold only or saving gold and earning money. And that's the goal setting. And you can help John get acclimated with other things. You can add John to our Facebook group sites. You can show John, the game plans on how to, share the opportunity with people and other websites that's out there. And you can introduce John to more people in time. You can, take John to meetings. You can tell John about training calls and power calls. But for the most part, John learns how to do the same thing that you just did. Learn how to pique interest, learn how to pass the information, follow up, and then help his prospects set goals. Those are my 4 keys to success, guys. My 4 keys to success is just rinse and repeat. Peak interest, past information, follow up, set goals. Say it with me. Peak interest, past information, follow up, set goals. I know it like the back of my head. I don't even have to look at it. Peak interest, past information, follow up, and set goals. And once you understand that's the cycle, you'll hear it in your head and then start to identify what you do in each phase. Those are my 4 keys to success. And when John set his goals, that gives him 4 stars. So I like people that register and people that save and go, or if they want to earn income. So they could register for free. They just took up their position and they'll make the decision when they're ready to. And when they would like to save and gold or earn income, they'll move forward on that step. So again, guys, it's year 2020. Those are my 4 keys to success. If you would like to know, which video I send people when I'm prospecting that has been effective, by all means, goes to my Facebook Garage Full of Gold group. Click like. There's a video there in the group that shows you what video I uses. The information is there and other tips and tricks that I'll continue to post on our special Garage Full of Gold group. Because that's what it's about. It's about saving in gold, which is a tier one asset, and it maintains its value. Gold has increased, and lasts for the test of times. If you had $100,000 in 1971 and you just held on to it, did nothing with it, it would be worth about $4 million right now. That's what gold does. But if you had $100,000 in fiat currency, US dollar, it would have lost its purchasing power, you know, here today. The world isn't what it seems. If you look at the stock market, it seems like it's booming, but if you look at the economy, it's crashing and burning. And most people don't realize that, we need to start saving in gold. We need to be financial literate and be educated. And that's what Karatbars is coming to do, is coming to educate us financially and allow us to acquire assets, which is gold, in small, friendly transactional amounts. The average person can't go out there and save $1,500, which is an ounce of gold, the price around about the price of an ounce of gold, but they can save $5 or $50, worth of gold by getting a tenth of a gram of gold, 1 gram, 2.5 or 5 gram of gold at a time. That's what Karatbars is allowing us to do, to build wealth and to build a legacy for ourselves and our family and our friends, by sharing this opportunity and saving together, which through its affiliate program, it rewards us for that by giving us free gold and commissions as well. So if this sounds like an opportunity for you, or if this information was helpful to you, by all means, subscribe to my channel, Gary Joe Official. Smash that like button and don't forget to ring that notification bell. Well, guys, hopefully this information was helpful. Those are my 4 keys to success. I will be personally helping 100 new people this year in 2020. So in 2021, I can announce that I've personally helped / sponsored 132 people by 2021. Well, until next time, guys, see you on the next video. Take care of yourself and each other. Bye-bye.